Why, hello everyone! I'm your lovely host, Innocent, and welcome back to Innocent's Voice Acting Advice, or as I like to call it, Eva! Today's topic is crying. Just like screaming, this skill is well needed to make any performance believable. Hell, sometimes these two things go hand in hand. But for today, we'll just be focusing on crying on command. Now, the best part of voice acting is that you don't need to dig up tears for a performance. No, you just need to sound believable. For many, this makes it a lot easier. For others, not so much. Whether you need those tears or not, we'll just be talking about how to sound like you're crying. Looking like you're crying is a whole nother ballgame. To start this off, let me perform a small monologue from the Blair Witch Project, so that all of you know that I'm not pulling your leg with what I say in this video. I just want to apologize to Meg's mom, and Josh's mom, and my mom. I'm sorry to everyone. I was very naive. I was very naive and very stupid, and I shouldn't have to put other people in danger for something that was all about me and my selfish motives. I'm so sorry for everything that happened, because in spite of what Mike says now, it is my fault. Because it was my project and I insisted on everything. I insisted that we weren't lost. I insisted that we kept going. I insisted that we walked south. Everything had to be done my way. And this is where we've ended up. And it's all because of me that we're here now, hungry and cold and hunted. I love you, Mom and Dad. I am so sorry. It was never my intention to hurt anyone. And I hope that it's clear. I'm so scared. What was that? I'm scared to close my eyes. And I'm scared to open them. I'm going to die out here. Every night, we just wait for them to come. See? Not too shabby. Now, to sound like you're really crying, that key is layers. We don't want to be Laura Lee now, do we? Your first layer is breathing. When you're crying, your breathing isn't going to be the same as when you're not. It's pretty simple. Most people, when crying, start hyperventilating. Perhaps not at a full extent, but it's there. So breathe faster or pant even, just like you got back from working out. But don't start that breathing technique off right away, unless you have to. For example, your character is running from something. Then you'd be breathing fast before this stage. However, for everyone else, you want to think of crying like a roller coaster start. You have the build-up, the climax, and then the relief. You're climbing that hill, you reach the peak of that first drop, and then you fall. When it comes to writing, most authors use this technique to play out a scene. Suspense, climax, and then conclusion. This part might not be the most believable out of these tips, but when it comes to audience retention, it helps a lot. Another breathing tip, make it shaky. When people cry, they're at their lowest. They're a hot mess. A common descriptor that authors use for crying is quivering. Her lips began to quiver. When people are stressed, scared, or just highly emotional, they begin to shake. It might not be a full-body quaking sensation, but shaking does happen. A quote that I love to use when in conjunction with this point is, Strange how laughter looks like crying with no sound. So, having hiccup-like shaky breaths will add another layer to this crying onion. Another layer. Stuttering. Crying means that you're a hot mess. Hot mess means you're not thinking like you usually are. So, stutter. Try to pinpoint what kind of stutterer your character is. Are they my mind is going a million miles a second and my mouth can't keep up kind? My brain is shutting down but I have a lot to say? Or even, the words I want aren't where I need them to be and I'm stumbling over the ones I have kind? Knowing what kind of stuttering your character would have brings another level to it. Some directors might not have an answer to this question, so it'd be your job to look at your character and try to figure out how they would react to this situation that they're in. A more subtle approach, say for an audition, is to get stuck on I. A gentle I, and then pause, perhaps a breath in or a shudder, and then restart from I once more. I did it once or twice in my monologue earlier for context. And finally, the final tip. What we've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please! Just look up people crying and study the shit out of it. Record yourself actually crying and study that too! If you don't know how the real thing is, how are you supposed to emulate it? Anyway, thank you for watching. Have any suggestions or requests for other Eva topics? Leave them in the comments below. Or at me on Twitter. It's Creating Love. I'm more than happy to help to the best of my ability. This has been episode number 12 of Eva. Break a leg and go out there and voice act to your heart's content. We never speak of that. Anyway, if you liked what you just watched, feel free to click or tap here and it will take you to the latest video on my channel. Or you can let the YouTube algorithms choose a video it thinks you'll like. Magic! And of course, you can click or tap over here to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Come join the cult! We're always open to new members. Anywho, I hope to see you all soon. Peace out. Bye-bye!